Okay, so what's up, everybody? In case you hadn't noticed, this is my second video of the day, so my intro is going to be a little bit short. If you didn't catch the last video, I was talking about on the intro, Hamas released several more hostages, and I don't get why they're not releasing all of them. Why release the hostages in batches? Let me know in the comments section if you can give me kind of a good logical reason for why they would release these hostages in batches. I couldn't really think of a good one that's actually logical. Maybe you can and kind of enlighten me a little bit on that. But so that, it's good news. We got more hostages being released. And like I said in the other video, Joe Biden seems to be blaming himself for the Hamas attack. So, go Joe. Good job, buddy. Yes. Take responsibility. He won't take responsibility for anything else he's done in his ultimate failure of a presidency. He seems to be trying to blame everything on Trump. Except for this. I mean, what? But, I'm not going to dwell on that all that much. We got a lot of stuff to get into. This is kind of a long story, kind of interesting. So, what's up, everybody? How the hell's your day going? I hope you're having a pretty good day. We are doing all right over here. If you're new around here, do me a big favor. Smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Because if you want news, political news, this is the place to be, because I cover stuff that is mostly not covered by the fake news narrative machine that we call mainstream media. I try to cover stuff that they don't cover to keep you guys informed. And also, for everybody watching right now, if you don't mind, do me a big favor. Look right below the video and smash that like button. It would sure be a big help to me. And leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this story coming up, because this one kind of questions a lot of my thoughts, if you know what I mean. But like I said, I hope y'all having a pretty good day. Hope y'all had a really good Thanksgiving. But let's get into today's story, because it's a crazy one. Fake elector probe in 2020 swing states could spell more trouble for Trump. That's right. Let's get into it, though. Former President Trump's 4 criminal cases have dominated headlines since April, when he became the first president, current or former, to be indicted. But behind the scenes, a handful of state attorney generals are still investigating whether additional charges over efforts to keep him in power after losing the 2020 election could be brought. Very interesting. At least 4 2020 swing state prosecutorial arms are still probing these slates of so-called fake electors who attempted to falsely certify that Trump had won the presidential election that year. That is something I am tired of hearing people use as an argument. Keep saying fake electors. The first time I heard that, I had to go look it up. They're not fake electors. They're alternate slates of electors. They do this for every presidential election. If there's any sort of contention, any sort of lawsuit over votes, essentially, they have alternate electors. So if Trump would have won all of his lawsuits that he brought forth, say, then we would need a new slate of electors to certify votes to vote Trump into office, right? That's what the so-called fake electors are for. So anytime you hear somebody arguing, oh, well, he tried to, it's fake elector scheme. No, it's not fake electors. It's alternate slates of electors. They do this all the time. As a matter of fact, 1961, when Kennedy got elected, Nixon certified a Democrat slate of electors from Hawaii that was not the certified slate of electors, was fake electors, right? That was the same situation. That's where Trump had his basis for doing this, because they had a lot of contention. Hawaii was a brand new state at that point. It was its first presidential election. So it was a little bit different, but that's where the basis for Trump's And that's where the basis for the Georgia RICO case is coming from. They're trying to say it was fake electors. They filed it under RICO. The racketeering in criminal organization BS, whatever. I have trouble talking, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I just wanted to clear that up right quick. The swing states investigations could prove consequential to Trump and his allies, spelling even more legal trouble for the former president, especially as his federal and Georgia cases over his efforts to subvert the 2020 election result in progress. The alternate elector scheme, spearheaded by Trump's lawyer John Eastman and bolstered by other lawyers, relied on former Vice President Mike Pence to certify slates of Trump-supporting alternate electors in battleground states instead of the true electoral votes cast for Biden. Right. But if he didn't get voted in, never mind. On January 6, 2021, the day of the election certification, Pence declined to go along with the plan, writing in a letter that his oath to support and defend the Constitution constrains me from claiming unilateral authority to determine which electoral votes should be counted and which should not. A pro-Trump mob stormed the Capitol later that day to protest of the election results and Pence's refusal to overturn them. That is not necessarily true because Pence had not. Leave a comment down below. I don't think that is true because they stormed the Capitol. Trump hadn't even went to the Capitol yet. He hadn't even left from his rally yet. I don't know if that's true. I went to try to look it up to see if I could find out what time. But like I said, leave a comment down below if you know if that's true or not. I don't think that is true because, like I said, they stormed the Capitol before Trump even left from his rally. I don't believe that is true at all. Fake electors allegedly convened in Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Mexico, Nevada, and Wisconsin, claiming without basis that they were duly elected electors from their states. No, they were not claiming that. They were only there to be put in place in case Trump won his lawsuits in those states. Anyway, in Georgia, 3 of the state's 16 fake electors were charged alongside Trump and his allies in Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis's sweeping racketeering case. Several other alternate electors are known to have accepted immunity deals. Interesting. Already 3 alternate electors, David Schaefer, a former state GOP chair, Sean Steele, a current senator, and Kathleen Latham, a local Republican official, have argued in court filings that they have acted at the direction of Trump, showing early signs of fracturing among the 19 defendants charged in that case. Yes, they are. Another of Trump's co-defendants in Georgia, Kenneth Chesebro, pled guilty last month to 1 count of conspiracy to file false documents. He is considered to be the person who helped mastermind the alternate electors plan. That's funny. If these people are supposedly guilty of trying to overturn the election, and they're charging them with racketeering, a racketeering charge, I wonder why they would drop it down to a conspiracy to file false documents. That seems to be letting them off the hook quite easily, huh? Just a slight tap on the wrist. It's because they don't care. They're wanting to go after Trump. They don't care about these other people. They have to go after these people because these people are the ones that did the actual work. It wasn't Trump. Following his guilty plea, Chesebro's counsel asked the court to modify his probation rules to allow for travel to Nevada, Arizona, and Washington, D.C. for ongoing investigations of election fraud cases. Mr. Chesebro needs to be able to travel to these jurisdictions in order to meet with counsel, the filing read. Several defendants charged in Georgia and under investigation in the federal election subversion case were key players in the alternate elector scheme that played out across the country after Trump lost. Other states' investigations may be bolstered by evidence revealed as those cases progress, whether in court filings, through guilty pleas, or at trials. Politico first confirmed last week that Nevada Attorney General Aaron Ford is investigating the 6 Nevada activists who met and signed false paperwork saying they were the state's true electors. The Hill requested comment from his office. It's funny that they're waiting this long to go after these people. Why does it take 3 years to investigate something like this? That shouldn't take this long whatsoever. You would figure if this is so important to them, they would get this investigation done as soon as possible. It just seems a little bit fishy to me. Ford has said that Nevada's statutes don't directly address the alternate elector's conduct, but indicate that doesn't mean his office won't prosecute. So, in other words, he's saying that putting together fake electors is not illegal, but he's going to find some kind of way to charge these people with a crime, just like they did in Georgia. That's exactly what that means, and that tells you where their basis for prosecution is. They are scared of Donald Trump. They don't want to be fired. They don't want their power taken away, so they're doing every fucking thing they can to get power away from this man. Why? I want to know why. They're accusing him of all kinds of stuff. I mean, the people on MSNBC have said,
just because he hasn't done it yet doesn't mean he won't do it when he gets a chance to do it. And if he is voted into office, then a lot of these people that are talking about literal or figurative or whatever the hell they're saying, you're going to look like idiots because he will get away with, he will imprison, he will execute whoever he's allowed to imprison, execute, drive from the country.
Yeah. Nuts. That guy is insane, and he comes on TV every single night spitting rhetoric exactly like this all the damn time. Not saying he shouldn't, but I'm saying he shouldn't. It's not that I've said that I can do nothing, Ford told Nevada's 8 News Now in September. What I've said, and I've been precise with my wording on purpose, is we don't have statutes in this state that directly address the issue. And right, exactly, it's not illegal, like Vivek Ramaswamy said. Details from the months after Trump lost the 2020 elections indicate that the former president and his closest allies could be implicated in the state's investigations. Right. And you're going to have to make up some BS, like filing conspiracy to file false documents, which has nothing to do with an election. On November 4, 2020, a day after the election, Nevada GOP chairman Michael McDonald, one of the state's 6 fake electors, joined a conference call with Trump, his son Eric, then Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, and longtime Trump ally Rudy Giuliani, according to deposition transcripts released by the now defunct House January 6 committee. They want full attack mode, McDonald later wrote of the call in a text message. We're going to have a war room meeting in about an hour. Another Nevada fake elector, GOP committee member Jim DeGaffin-Reed, emailed Chesbrough on December 11, 2020 with the subject, urgent Trump-Pence campaign asked me to contact you to coordinate December 14th voting by Nevada electors, according to the Jan 6 committee's final report. Planning in Nevada to use an alternate slate of electors began as early as 4 days before the 2020 election, when DeGaffin told other state party officials in a text that the former Nevada Secretary of State, Barbara, I can't pronounce that, Savansky, might do a lot of things, but sending a slate of Republican electors without them being clearly the winners of the popular vote is not one of them. The Arizona fake electors investigation, which a spokesperson for the state's attorney general's office confirmed is ongoing, could prove to be similarly contentious for Trump and his allies, particularly Giuliani, who led the effort to convene the state officials to use pro-Trump alternate electors. Only if the lawsuits would have been won. That's what these people keep leaving out of this. You can only use the alternate electors if you win the court cases. And the courts allow you. The court has to certify the alternate electors for them to be used. In his June 2022 testimony before the House January 6 committee, former Arizona House Speaker Rusty Bowers said he repeatedly pushed the former New York mayor turned Trump surrogate for proof of his 2020 election fraud claims, but Giuliani failed to produce any. That's because there wasn't any proof of what they did was they changed the laws without the approval of the state legislature. It was ballot harvesting and the mail-in ballots and all this other BS. That's where the election was quote-unquote stolen. It wasn't done through like changing votes in the machines, or at least there's no proof of that. There's evidence, but evidence is just evidence if you cannot prove it outright. You know, the evidence basically doesn't live up to the beyond reasonable doubt. There's still very much reasonable doubt to believe that there wasn't as much fraud to overturn the election. My recollection, Giuliani said, we've got lots of theories, we just don't have the evidence, Bowers testified. Jenna Ellis, who in Georgia recently pled guilty to felony charge of aiding and abetting false statements and writings, was also at that meeting. In other words, she pled guilty to being Trump's lawyer. Trump himself also appeared to play an active role in the Arizona efforts. As former Arizona Governor Doug Ducey signed the certification of the state's 2020 election results, his phone played a ringtone for the song Hail to the Chief, which he immediately silenced. Why are they putting this in here? The governor later admitted that the call was from Trump. Through he declined to provide any details of their chat other than that Trump did not ask him to withhold certification. Interesting. Later, Trump tweeted that Republicans will long remember Ducey's decision to certify the results and retweeted a post of the governor betraying the people of Arizona, adding the commentary, true. In Michigan, 16 people already face charges for falsely stating they were the state's duly elected and qualified electors. A spokesperson for the state's attorney general's office told The Hill that its investigation is ongoing and the office may address additional charges as needed based on the evidence at hand. Sorry, you guys. New Mexico's Attorney General office also told The Hills its investigation into the state's alternate slate of electors, pro-Trump electors, is ongoing. Yep, and will never be resolved, unfortunately. And the rest of that is just, we asked for comment, and we couldn't get a fucking comment. But let me know down in the comments section what y'all think about this. Is this whole fake electors thing damning evidence against Trump? Apparently it's not illegal. But my opinion of it is New Mexico. There wasn't any Trump lawsuit in New Mexico, but he still had an alternate slate of electors for New Mexico. That kind of questions my thinking on that. Like, what's really going on here? Like I said, I'm kind of an evidence-based person, you know. From what I've seen so far, all this BS against Trump is just that. It's all BS. It's all novel legal theories that they're trying to twist in a way to fit their narrative because they're scared of Trump. But this whole New Mexico thing, it's got me kind of wondering, was this a mistake? Is this made up? Or did Trump really try to overturn the election in a nefarious kind of way in New Mexico? Let me know your theories down in the comments section. But that's all I got for this one, you guys. Like I said, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. And y'all try to have a good day and be positive. Peace.